FOJ 57, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas area. How's it going, Jason?
It's going well. We're a little later than usual, so I feel like it's a little calm. It's a little quieter around the house. It's been a long weekend. Kind of had a little rough day on the football field, but I think we can take some positive away from it. So it's going all right. How about yourself?
Yeah, we can take a couple. I've been at the airport I was at the airport today for 12 hours.
Yeah,
to make
that's not
2 flights.
There's no positive in that. I'll tell you that.
No, well, the positive was I thought that I would be in Texas and be able to watch the entire Bears game from my hotel room, and then we'd record. It turned out, okay, that's not going to happen because of weather in Atlanta, low visibility, and so that turned my 9 a.m. flight into a 2 p.m. flight, which caused a connection miss, which turned my be in Texas by 3 into landing in Texas at 9:30 p.m. And then hoofing it to the airport or to the hotel and getting set up here, and it's weather. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But it certainly was a bunch of bullshit. I did get to watch the entire Bears game though, from the Delta Sky Club. For those scoring at home, it was the Sky Club in Terminal A in the middle. So I had a nice view of what I could see of the airport with the dense fog that was there.
Okay.
Before going mobile to get to my gate, which was supposed to board at 6:10 p.m. This was after I'd already missed my flight, and that had been delayed an hour. So I get to my gate. It is, start of the third quarter, I believe. That turns into 45 minutes of standing around waiting for a flight crew to show up. So, and then, get on the flight and take off. So I actually got to watch the entire game. And as we were rolling down the runway to take off, I saw one Caleb Williams throw a pass into the end zone, which was intercepted.
Yeah, and we'll get to that. But yeah, that's quite an odyssey of a day. I guess traveling, you're kind of at the mercy of so many things. So no, what it is.
It's all cascading from Atlanta, visibility issues, and so everything was just from there. It was just snowball. So
yeah, fun. Well, how are you feeling after today's football game? We're 9-4. We have dropped from first to second in the division, and we have dropped from first to seventh in the conference as far as playoff seeding goes.
Okay, so I haven't checked the standings, so that's news to me. Oh, that's quite a fall from first to seventh for the conference, but I think it just shows the strength of the NFC.
Correct. It's it's just when the lowest wild card is a 9-4 team. You've got the Lions at 8-5, and then beyond that, I can't even remember. So, yeah, the top of the NFC is tough. Now, granted, they got that crappy ass NFC South with the Buccaneers leading the division, I think, with like an 8-5 record or something like that. But outside of that, still the Eagles are up top of the East. You got the Packers up top in the Central or the North. You've got the Rams, who won again big time today, leading the West, and Seattle's just as good. They're also at 10-3. So, yeah, getting into the playoffs this year is going to be tough. It's going to take a lot.
Yeah, I think the Rams are the class of the NFC right now. I know they kind of stumbled, I think it was last week, but they just look like they're ready to play the Super Bowl, already.
I agree.
Maybe it's not good, right? You don't want to peak too early, but they're good. Green Bay's good. You can't discount the fact that they have a very good football team.
They do.
Yeah, I am unsurprised. Let's put it that way. I am somewhat impressed that after that start, which was absolutely horrendous in the first half, where I think it was 14-3 at the half?
Yeah.
And, just mistakes, couldn't get anything going. They battled back, to come back. And what it did was it validated the Bears, they are who I thought they were. to quote a Dennis Green, I believe it was, an Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
A good football team, not a great football team. They have deficiencies, and again, Caleb Williams disappears for large parts of the game, and then comes out the second half and just was great, except for that last pass, which I think it was a 50-50 ball, because I think he had DJ Moore and he had Cole Kmet going, and it was basically a play where the defender had to pick right, and the defender picked right.
Yeah. We'll get to that play in a minute. I thought this game was like a tale of two halves. It really was. Yeah. They were not good in the first half, and my God, the Cairo Santos mistake was just enormous. I mean, he must have just mishit it. I don't know. I guess it's a mistake or whatever. It's obviously not due to lack of ability, but holy crap, man. I mean, you can't give the ball to Green Bay towards the end of the half when you have a chance to get out of there with maybe a field goal, but maybe giving up nothing, knowing they're going to get the ball in the second half, and then just give them a freebie at the 4-yard line, man. I mean,
yeah. I texted you.
Yeah.
I said, the kicker.
Yeah. I'm with you. Or I mean, it's too late to keep Jake Moody. Somebody signed him. I don't remember who it was, but he's gone. So yeah, I don't know what they do there, but God, it's that kind of crap that's just inexcusable, man. And then
should have been a routine play. Now I think the Green Bay kicker also had one that was out of bounds or something, and so
he paid it
whatever.
Back. Yes.
Yeah. So, but still, end of the half, and you put the opposing team at the 40-yard line, and they go down and score. Now, the Bears defense was not good today. They were terrible on deep pass coverage today.
Well, yeah, I know. Okay, obviously Byard was covering on the first one, and I think it was Brisker on the second one. So you had safeties one-on-one with both guys, but you're playing deep zone. I mean, if you watched it, Jalen Johnson, I think, is responsible for both of those, because on the Byard touchdown, he was standing still at about the 10-yard line on his side of the field where the ball was coming to, and just sat there and watched the play happen. And I'm like, all he's got to do is drop 10 yards and he's there, and that suddenly becomes double coverage. And I don't know if he gets to it or not, but at least makes it a little bit more difficult. And then they threw the same thing later in the game, and he's there again. And I know he was on a receiver, but as soon as that ball was let go, all he's got to do is turn around and go to the end zone, and he's there for the coverage again. And it didn't happen that time either. I don't think that guy's fully healthy. There's no way, because I thought he did not look good at all today. There were a couple passes he got beat on crossing patterns and things like that, and I just don't think he was very good.
Yeah, well, I think that's been the story of the Chicago Bears defense this year, is injuries, and they just haven't been very good. What they've been very good at is turning the ball over, and they got another one today with the interception that Jordan Love threw right to CJ.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, that was a gimme, right there.
Yes.
Right. But we'll take it, right? I mean, you got a turnover, but this team has lived and died by the turnover all year, and guess what? They died on the turnover at the very end.
Yeah, they did.
They took away the shot. Now, again, I think the Bears are who I thought they were, a good team, not a great team. I think Caleb, again, is still too inconsistent, leaves too many plays on the field, makes some hell of throws. I think I texted you at one point. It was like, no, yes. Right? I don't know, is it Duvernay or is it to Zacchaeus? But he gives you those plays, and then he gives you a play towards the end of the game where I thought he could have run for a first down and didn't.
Yeah. I know the play
and
you're
that
talking
turns
about.
into and I don't remember if that turned into a first down or not, but should have been an easy run first down, and I don't know what he was doing. He lobbed it incomplete.
It did turn into a first down, but I know the play you're talking about, and it's like he just kind of left it short. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
he like threw the ball. I think he either threw it incomplete or threw it out of bounds when he was about 2 yards away from the first down. It'd have been close, but I think
It'd been close, but he could have gotten to the line, and
he would have gotten it.
he could have gotten the first. He also slid early on another play where they ended up not getting it. It was just, again, it was like situation football, and what I don't want to do is see him get hurt. But you're playing the Packers, biggest game of the year, and you slide early, like that's not a good look.
He had 4 throws that were this is the Caleb I thought we drafted today. It was the first one was to Kmet when he was rolling out to the right and hit Kmet right over the defender. Great throw.
Great throw, great catch.
Great throw, great catch. Well, first off, he had the throw to Loveland that apparently after a challenge became incomplete, but I thought that throw was good too. The throw to Duvernay was one of those, oh my God throws. He had a throw where he really stepped into it and threw a fastball to Burden, who turned around and made a nice run after the catch. And then the fourth throw is slipping my mind, but I know there was another one where he the Zacchaeus touchdown. Yeah. That ball was that was like, again, another fastball on the move where he throws it fast enough to get it right through the defender's hands and into Zacchaeus' hands, and how Zacchaeus held onto it. I know we dogged that guy a lot, but that was a hell of a catch for a touchdown. So four throws that really, really good NFL quarterbacks make. Of course, there were a few more throws that, were just, where the hell's it going? I mean, he was like, at one point, he was like 2 for 9 for like 11 yards, and it was pretty ugly.
It was an awful first half. I think they had 17 yards passing or something like that. I know he took a bigger sack too.
Yeah.
I mean, the only good thing is he didn't turn the ball over. That's about the only good thing you could say about the Bears in the first half.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Loveland almost had the fumble, but it was, incomplete and all that. And I think there was another one where they thought it was a fumble, but they came up with it. But but I just don't understand. I mean, and they do this a lot, so they're able to adjust at halftime.
Yeah,
but I can't.
Which is different than last year.
It is. But why?
Like, you're actually seeing halftime adjustments.
Yeah, but why can't they play like that in the first half? Why can't they come out and make those kind of throws in the first half? It's almost like, all right, we're going to test the waters and see what works and see what doesn't, and and then just kind of play off of that, because they didn't run the ball very effectively in the first half either. And then finally they had their first touchdown drive, which was a bunch of runs, and then you started to see the running that you saw against the Eagles. I'm like, all right, now we're picking up 5 yards here, 6 yards there. Let's stay with it. This is working just like it did last week. And you started to see Caleb, move around a little bit, and he would make a throw here and a throw there. And it was great. I mean, the Loveland touchdown was good. I'm convinced he wanted to throw it to Theo, but Theo got taken out and he had to turn the other way, to get that touchdown. So, but what is that? I think Swift had the touchdown, Zacchaeus had the touchdown, and then whatever. Or no, Swift didn't have a touchdown today. It was close.
No, Loveland and Zacchaeus.
Loveland and Zacchaeus. Oh, that's right. They had it. They went for 2 on one of them. That's what it was, and got it. So, and then Cairo hit the 2 field goals. But then they're marching down the field, and then it's 4th and 1, 27 seconds left in the game on the line. First off, what did you think of the play call?
I thought it was predictable. I thought for sure
2 timeouts left as well.
Yeah, well, I thought it was Caleb's going to roll out and sprint for that first down.
Okay.
Or sprint, and get out of bounds or whatever it may be. And I couldn't see it, in the full detail because I'm watching on my phone. It's just rolling down the runway. But I thought that was predictable, because that was the running play that they were calling. Whether it was a called running play or not, he had done that a couple times already. I'm like, okay, here's the Caleb sprint to the cone, and we'll see what happens. The defense knew it was coming.
They guessed right. Absolutely.
Yeah, they got it right. And then, again, I haven't had a chance to watch the replay of it. So I've only seen it kind of in the live action. But it seemed like it was a option route. And again, the defender had to pick, and he picked Cole Kmet. And if he'd gotten a little bit more under it, if Cole had maybe helped his quarterback out by shielding the ball a little bit, like a rebound, that might have helped as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's disappointing to lose on an interception in the end zone.
It is.
It's very disappointing. But again, I think that's where this team is. I don't think they're as good as Green Bay, but they gave them one hell of a run.
I think they played better in the second half than Green Bay did.
Oh, yeah.
I think they got absolutely destroyed in the first half. I mean, this game was well on its way to being like 31-3, at halftime. And I thought, man, we're just not there yet, and then, okay, they got it going. I'll be honest with you. I hated the play call because, and I know they had just gotten stopped the play beforehand, but I would have tried to run it up the middle again.
I would have seen like a sneak or just pound it up again and let Monunga do his thing.
Yes.
And yes, I thought it was predictable. Like I said, I thought it was he was running.
They had run that play on third down, and I think they also ran it on a couple of fourth downs early where they rolled Caleb out, and they had gotten it, but like you said, it was predictable. But so I watched the play a couple times, and I've also seen it like a couple of breakdowns online of that play. If he leads Kmet to the corner, because he almost, because he had to kind of turn his body and throw it behind him a little bit. If he stays running and leads Kmet to the corner, that's an easy touchdown. It's an easy touchdown.
He was aiming. I don't know if it was just that's where he's throwing it, or just wasn't accurate as he's rolling around. Yeah. I think it was a split-second decision because he knew he was cut off. He wasn't going anywhere with like four defenders.
Like Kmet
if he had gone more towards the back cone, but he went like to the back end line. I was like, there's no room for error right there.
Like Kmet had to stop basically and wait for the football. If he keeps running, they go to the corner. I think it's a touchdown. A lot of people are thinking DJ Moore was open, and if you watch the play live, it looks like he is. But after seeing a replay, DJ kind of gets out there a little late, so Caleb is way beyond Moore. Like he'd have to look even further to his right as he's running left to even see DJ. So he may not have even seen him. And there was a defender between them. So if he throws that ball, the defender might knock it down unless he's got that touch. It would have been a tweener, which would have been tough. And also DJ just stopped running eventually once the ball left. I think it looked like he was open after the fact, but as the play was happening, I don't think he was as open as he looked. And I don't know if Caleb would have seen him because, like I said, he was kind of behind him. He kind of came off the line a little bit late. I don't know. And if Caleb gets to the first down marker, I don't know if he gets there. It'd have been close. Obviously, if he gets the first down, gets out of bounds, then
I'm trying to remember what was the down and distance. It was what?
It was fourth and one. It was fourth and one from about the 20.
So here's the silver lining: is at least the ball was in play.
Oh yeah.
And what I mean by that is, how many times have we seen a player in that situation throw the ball out of the end zone,
right?
Where a play couldn't be made. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. Yeah, this is this version of Chicago Bears.
It is,
and they will get better. I think I'm looking forward to the rematch because I think it'll be another competitive game. At least I hope it will be.
Yeah, I think it will be too. I mean, you have to be encouraged. I mean, again, Caleb only sacked once. Mm-hmm. Micah Parsons did not sack him. I think he had 2 quarterback hits, but did not get him on the ground with the ball. So that's good. Again, the Bears pass rush was pretty non-existent. I think Montez Sweat had a sack, but man, they really, that play Jacobs late on, I think it was third and They had him.
They had 4 guys on him, and he somehow scores through for however many yards it was, 20 yards or whatever it was. I was like,
Sweat kind of fell down because Jacobs kind of cut and Sweat kind of went by him. But Gervon Dexter, instead of trying to wrap him up, tried to knock him down. And it didn't happen. Jacobs didn't go down, and that's what turned into the 20-yard run as opposed to Dexter wrapping him up, maybe getting him on the ground, and then it's a different story. So I mean, they probably would have kicked a field goal there.
I mean, there were a couple instances of bad tackling. CJ had one where he went low and the guy just jumped over him, and that turned into a first down. Like, it was not a good day for the Chicago Bears defense.
No.
Other than the gimme interception at the very beginning of the game that was thrown right to CJ, they let, 2 long touchdowns. I hated the call where, was it Watson who caught the slant and went for like 30 or 40 yards or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I mean, you left the guy, it was man coverage, 1 safety, and that is an easy gimme slant and run away from the defender.
Yeah.
Like, did not help at all.
No.
I hated that call, and I thought that was the worst defensive call of the day by far.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You can't stack that many guys in the box on the line and leave one defender, leave Byard back there to cover basically the entire field if somebody gets beat. And all it took was the crossing route that you mentioned, and boom, that was pitch, catch, see ya. I mean, he was gone, Mm-hmm. So, no, I agree. Rough day for the defense.
These long touchdowns, one guy who had 1 catch, 45, Bo Melton, who says 3 catches in the NFL or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, the secondary let guys get behind them.
Yeah.
And it was, you're playing with fire. And if you keep letting that happen, it's a bad situation to be in. So,
right.
I was, again, I'm disappointed. I'm not surprised. What I'm encouraged by is they didn't pack it up at halftime and get their brains beat out in the second half. I still think there is so much more room for improvement. Caleb has to get better.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I really thought about what we talked about last week with the idea of him being the weak link. And the more I think about it, I think he is. He is what holds this team back from being great, at least offensively. Obviously, he can't do anything on defense, but from an offensive standpoint, they have everything else. The running, you saw it in Philadelphia, and you saw it again today. They can run the football almost at will when they really want to, but the Packers were going to make Caleb beat them today, and he couldn't do it, So,
well, that's what I said weeks ago, was like, stop the run. And I don't think Green Bay stopped the run. I think the Bears didn't run enough.
Exactly.
And they ran the team 32 carries. Look at the stats, 32 for 138 is like a 4.3 average or whatever. They also didn't stop the run on the Bears side, but we're talking about the Bears offense right now.
Yeah.
But, DeAndre Swift had 13 carries. Manungai had 14 carries. Caleb had 4. Those were, his scrambles and roll rights and whatever it may be. I thought that they could have run the ball a lot more.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because how many times?
And there were times where they just got too clever for their own good sometimes.
Yeah, like that stupid misdirection play to DJ that was almost an absolute disaster. Hell, they almost pitched it to the Packers on that play. Yeah. It's like we don't need the fancy, razzle dazzle cute stuff all the time. It's just I would have run the football 40 times today.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking, like, especially after the performance your team has had, and you were being successful with it. You were getting 4 or 5 yards, on average.
Right.
There really weren't any long runs today. The long was a 9 by Manungai.
Yeah.
And so they're just, plodding down the field. It's great because you're doing ball control, right? You're keeping the offense off the field for the other team. The game plan, I think, was a little bit weird. The second half was much better than the first. I think it was absolutely a tale of 2 halves, kind of what you said, but they got behind the 8 ball, and, you can't give them a touchdown at the end of the half and have them turn around and, get the ball to receive to the second half. Like, that's why you defer, and the Bears handed that to them with that, short field.
100%.
And for the love of God, stop throwing that damn wide receiver bubble screen, whatever it is. Again, It's just,
I know.
It's such a waste of a play.
They had one that worked. They threw one to Burton that did work. But
yeah, and then they followed up with it, and I was like, oh, it's going to work every time. Okay, so 1 out of 50 works.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic.
I know. They threw another one that, again, could have been 6 the other way had it been, another foot to the left or whatever. So, yeah, it's they're close. They're
close. They're not there yet.
Right.
Look, they need to get healthy.
They're a hell of a lot better than last year.
They have no pass rush.
But
I mean, Jordan Love had all day to throw most of the time.
That's the thing. I mean, and that's why you can't be all that upset. I mean, yeah, disappointed, sure, but you can't be mad. You can't be like, oh, this team sucks, all that stuff. They don't suck. It's obvious they don't suck. They competed their ass off in the second half today to get back in that game and have a chance at the end to tie it. And you can't ask for much more than that. Again, I mean, God, this is the first year of Ben Johnson. We're sitting on 9-4, a potential playoff team, when they won 5 games last year.
Well, they play the Browns next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a winnable game. That gets them to double-digit wins.
Well, let's talk about the Browns, because Shedeur.
Do we have to?
I know. Well, they're playing them next week. Shedeur, 3 touchdowns in the air and 1 touchdown rushing today in a win. Or no, they lost. They did lose, but
they lost to the Titans, who are 2-11.
They did lose to the Titans. I know. And don't get me started, because I had Tony Pollard on my bench, as he's been on my bench all year.
He had a great game.
And today he finally shows up for 28 points, and I lose. But anyway,
161 yards and 2 touchdowns for Tony Pollard.
I know. But anyway, can the Bears contain Shedeur Sanders? I would hope so.
I mean, if they can't, I don't know where Shedeur ranks from a talent level. I don't think there's enough tape on him. He threw a lot of passes today, 23 of 42. That's not very good accuracy.
No.
Yes, a lot of touchdowns. He also threw an interception. He's got a rushing touchdown. Fantastic. But I don't know if there's enough to say yet whether or not he's good. I can tell you he's not an accurate passer. He's right around Caleb Williams. He's like a 50% passer. So we'll see which version shows up. I mean, he's an interesting story, right now.
For sure.
Right now, I don't know what the Bears defense can and can't do, because if they don't get turnovers, they're not very good.
Well, it sounds like, based on what you just said, Shedeur may give them the opportunity to get turnovers.
Potentially,
and
yes.
that could be a good thing. So,
yeah.
So if they come out of that game at 10-4, and they finish up with the Packers again, and then at the Niners, and then they have the Lions at home.
So I think this is their shot. This is their best shot to get to 10 wins.
I agree. And if they can somehow win one of those last 3 and finish 11-6, I think that's enough to get them in.
Well, if they win one of the last 6, you're playing Packers, Lions, and Niners, or one of the last 4, I mean.
Right.
So not only is it a win, but you're also taking out a division opponent,
right,
and a conference opponent.
Right.
Those, right now, it's hard for me to pick the Bears, because now that they've actually played, the Packers, a good team.
Mm-hmm.
But I also said about the Eagles. We thought the Eagles would wipe them out.
We did. And that's why
it depends on which. I don't know. They got to get turnovers. If they don't get the turnovers, they're not going to win.
We still kind of don't know what their identity is. I mean, I know it's run the ball, but if you watch Ben Johnson, he is dying to throw the football. He wants to throw the football. He wants to have that Caleb, 32 for 38 for 350 yards and 4 touchdown game. He wants it.
I think everybody wants that.
We all. But it's like, he's got to realize that, hey, we got to run the football right from the beginning, and I just want Caleb to manage the game. There's nothing wrong with managing the game. We talked about this. Yeah. Managing games will win you a lot of games, especially on this team, I think.
I think Caleb is the weak link right now.
Yeah.
I hope that they know that as well. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What I know I have is like sugarcoating the fact that he is, the anointed one and blah blah blah. Like, I want to see Caleb know he is the weak link.
He said, I guess he said in his press conference at the end of the game, we need to start faster. And then he said, actually, I need to start faster.
That's what I want to hear.
So I think there is some self-recognition there. Yeah, when the throws are there, you got to have them. And it's because he is so inconsistent that it makes the throws that are available to him, they have to be made, because the ones that he misses, obviously you're not going to get. And let's face it, he's going to miss throws. We know this, but the ones that are there, you have to catch them. Like that Loveland ball, you have to have it. Keep the drive going. I think I don't know if Burden had a drop today or not, but you got to take what defenses give you. I mean, they had no Rome today.
Yeah.
DJ had one target.
Some of it might have Rome out for a little while.
Yeah.
With his foot. I wanted to ask you about DJ Moore because I don't know where he's fitting into this offense because he's not making plays for the amount of money that he's being paid.
4 years and $105 million, I think it is what he's
got 39 catches on the year.
Yeah, so he's got 3 more years after this. So I suggested to a buddy of mine today, I said, did they look to maybe trade him? I don't know what you get for him. You might get a mid-level or mid-round pick. I don't know. But do you trade him and then maybe draft another receiver? I'm not saying draft a receiver in the first round. I think you got to go edge rusher.
Yeah.
But you draft a second or third round receiver, just like you got in Luther Burden, and just roll with 3 young receivers and then maybe re-sign Zacchaeus for some veteran presence, or I don't know. I'm $100 million. What breaks down to $25 million a year? I mean, he's over 500 grand to catch.
That's a good gig if you can get it.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I just don't know where he fits into this offense. And what okay, you can find ways to contribute if you're not catching the ball, right? Either you're blocking or you're drawing defenders or coverage, whatever it may be. And maybe he's doing that, and I just, I'm not watching closely enough. But, a perfect game for him to come up and step in with, especially a Rome out, and would he get 3 targets? 1 catch for -4 yards. Like that's not going to do it. Now, is it Caleb not getting him the ball? Is DJ Moore not running routes? Did they take DJ Moore out of the game and say, okay, let's let Cole Kmet be the one to beat us, right?
Yeah.
Which, no offense to Cole, but that's a gamble I would take too.
Yeah, what do you have? I think Cole had 2 catches, like 40-some yards. I think Loveland had 4 catches. Burden had 4 catches. So they did spread the ball around a little bit, but I'm sorry, $100 million receiver, and he only gets 3 targets. That's not how it should go.
Yeah. Well, I am, again, unsurprised. I am still satisfied with the season we've had so far.
Absolutely.
They need to get better, and I still think Caleb has to get a lot better. He's got to just get more accurate.
Yes.
Again, there's too many plays left on the field because of missed throws. Or I would say not even missed throws, because of incompletions. Because it's not always Caleb's fault. It could be the receivers. It could just be, confusion on the first, on the plays. I don't know what it is. But again, if you throw another 5 or 6 completions, onto Caleb's total, and I think it's a very different game because you're extending drives and you maybe even scoring points off those.
The funny thing is, it's like the plays he does make almost piss you off because and it happened. It happened in the Komet throw. It happened in the Zacchaeus throw. It's like, God, he's got the talent. It's there. It's like, why can't he make the easy ones? If he makes throws like that, why can't he just step into one and throw it 12, 15 yards down the field and hit his guy in stride? Why? Who's wide open instead of, it sails over his head or, sails out of bounds or it's in the ground or something like that. It's like, God, he makes the spectacular. Why can't he make the routine? That's what's frustrating.
Yeah.
We sound like a broken record, man, because we talk about this shit every week.
Again, it's where the weakness is right now.
Yeah.
Right. Last year it was the offensive line. Okay, we fixed the offensive line. Now he's got plenty of receivers to throw to. Monungai's been a steal, as a last pick in the draft for them. And now what are we looking at? Okay, why aren't they more successful in offense? He's 58% completion percentage on the season.
It's not good enough.
No. So how do we fix it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know how you could fix that problem in the middle of the season. I don't know how you could fix that problem as you're fighting for a playoff spot. I mean, you can't. I guess you could, but I don't think you want to change your game plan on how you play football, how you play offensive football. I don't think you can change what got you to 9-4 and just for the sake of hoping that his completion percentage gets better. I think you keep doing what you're doing, and then let's address it in the off season.
Yeah. I mean, first year, another offense coordinator, another offense, learn it.
Mm-hmm.
I expect significant strides.
Yes.
From this year to next year. But I would like to see higher completion. Right now, he's 20th in the league in quarterback rating, just above Spencer Rattler and just below Jalen Hurts, of all people.
Well, I don't think Rattler's even starting anymore. So
right. Trevor Lawrence has a lower quarterback rating. Aaron Rodgers has a lower rating. Joe Flacco, Tua Tagovailoa, and these are all teams that, other than Trevor Lawrence, who, again, they're winning despite maybe his quarterback rating.
Yeah, right.
That's the kind of quarterback play that we're getting. You've got Jordan Love, who is 0.3 points behind Dak Prescott for lead in the league.
Yeah.
For quarterback rating. And I think you saw what the difference was, is you've got a quarterback who is much more accurate. I think he's also got the benefit of what is his third year in that offense?
I think so. It's either his third or his fourth year.
So he's got multiple years in it.
Yeah, because he sat for how long behind Rodgers?
Behind
3
Aaron.
years,
something like that. They've got a good wide receiver crew.
They do.
He was not harassed really most of the day, from a pocket standpoint. So he's able to pick apart, where he needs to. I think it shows kind of the difference of what a good quarterback could be.
Yes.
If Caleb Williams can morph into what Jordan Love is, we're good, man.
Yeah, and what's funny is when Love threw the pick, I thought, oh, maybe we're going to see not so
that
great
version of Jordan Love. Yeah, no, we didn't see that
because that shows that version of Jordan Love rears its ugly head every once in a while, and I thought, oh, maybe this is going to be one of those days, and it turned out to be not the case. Obviously, I think his rating at the end of the game was like 120, but
yeah, he had a 120 versus Caleb Williams 76.
Yeah.
And that's the rating. QBR was 40.8 to 78.2. Yeah. I'm still not exactly sure how you calculate either of those things, but I know that 40.8 is not great.
One is good and one's not. Let's put it that way. So,
but I just look at again the completion percentage. Jordan Love, 17 of 25, averaging 9.4 yards a pass, 3 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. Only sacked once as well.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, 19 of 35, averaged 5.3 yards a pass. He had the 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Again, only sacked once.
Yeah,
again,
see,
throw a couple more completions on there, and I think it's a different game.
yeah, if he could turn that would you say 19 of 35?
Yeah, 19 of 35.
Okay. Well, first off, I would love to see that 35 be more like 28, 27. 35,
Yeah.
35 passes in a game like this in this weather and all that stuff is too many. But if he could turn,
Such a good rush offense.
yeah, if you could turn that 19 of 35 into say a 26 for 35 or even a 25 for 35, I agree with you. You're talking about a totally different game, I think.
Yeah, I'd love to see him make 2 out of every 3 passes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't need him to be 70%, but I need him to be like mid 60s.
Yeah, that's a fair expectation. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Okay.
But
well, it is what it is. You are as good as your record says you are. You're what 9-4. You're Chicago Bears. We've got a revenge game in a couple weeks. Let's see what happens.
I think you just kind of put this game away and just say, all right, get the Packers out of your mind. I know they're out there in 2 weeks, but let's go do what we're supposed to do against the Browns. Yes, their defense is good, but Shedeur, I think, is going to give you plenty opportunities to turn over the football and all that. I don't think their offense is all that great. So go do what you're supposed to do at home, and then let's get some momentum going, and then go play the Packers again because hopefully I think you can get a different outcome next time. They showed they can compete.
Yeah.
They showed that, hey, they were there at the end, which is good. They showed that, it's not going to be a total ass kicking, like the first half kind of showed. It's like, look, we can play with these guys. We can stay with these guys. In fact, I thought they kind of, up until that last play, I thought they outplayed them in the second half. I mean, you defend the long pass and you're in business. So,
Look, Green Bay is good, and it sucks, and I hate to say that.
oh, it's
they
freaking
have
annoying
an
as hell.
offense that is, pretty close to the Bears. The Bears actually have like a top 6 or 7 offense or whatever it was, at least going into today. Green Bay is, I think, top 10, top 15, somewhere in that area, but their defense is so much better than the Bears. Like Green Bay has like a top 5 defense. The Bears have like a bottom 5 defense.
Yeah, I mean, even though Parsons only he didn't have a sack or anything like that. I mean, he was in the backfield a lot. I mean, Caleb was running around way more than Jordan Love was running around today. So, so yeah, a good quarterback and a solid pass rusher just makes all the difference.
Yep. All right. What else?
It was a rough weekend for Chicago sports, man.
I've not been paying attention to the Bulls, but I did see they lost like 40 or something like that. 30, whatever it was.
Yeah, and I think they lost to Golden State today.
That's the one I saw. It was like 123 to 91. I didn't see the game. I just saw the score. I was like, okay, well. I see. The Blackhawks lost 7-1 against Anaheim.
Yes, the Blackhawks lost 7-1 today, and they lost 6-0 yesterday. So just a rough weekend for our 3 teams. Bulls had a lot of injuries. The Hawks, I think, just I don't know if they went on a bender out in California or what, but yeah, it was bad. So,
well, what happened to the Bulls? Remember when they were 5-0? And then since then they are 4-14.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I think the fact that they don't have a star. I mean, Giddey would be a good number 2, but they just don't have that go-to guy. And Vooch is just such a wuss. There are games where he just doesn't. He's not aggressive. He just doesn't show up, and it's like he has those games where he's got like 8 points and 5 rebounds, and whatever, when he should be a double-double pretty much every game. And he doesn't care on some nights and stuff. And and then Kobe White tries to be the man half the time when he's not. And I personally, I'm done with the Kobe White experience. I wish they would trade him. I think they could get something for him. I don't know. I think he thinks that he's a much better player than he actually is. And that's frustrating. So I don't know.
Well, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, right. So
what do you make of? So I don't remember where I saw it, but the idea of Giannis being traded to the Bulls.
I would love it.
The Bulls walked away from it, like they were not interested.
I read that, and I'm trying to figure out why.
The only thing they give us is price is too high.
Oh, okay. What on the Bulls do you absolutely have to hang on to that says, I'm not going to give that up for Giannis? Giannis is a top 3 guy in the league. I mean, unless they wanted
I'm assuming it would be
tons of draft
players
capital
plus draft picks. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. Now, Giannis is not young.
No,
he's been in the league for 10 years, 15 years, something like that?
He's probably 30, I would guess. I don't know. But
13 years he's been in the league. 876 games.
Okay. He's still good, really good. And probably has a good, I don't know, 3 or 4 years left, maybe. But again, I think everybody on the Bulls should be available in a trade. There is not one guy, and I'll even throw Giddey in on that because he's not your number one guy. So there's not anybody on the Bulls, in my opinion, that's an untouchable. There's just not.
Well, that's not good for the Bulls.
No, it's not.
If you have a roster that is entirely tradable, that just kind of tells you how good your team is.
Well, they are so, and we've been saying it for a long time, but they're so far away from being anything significant because they've hovered right around that number 8 spot in the playoffs, or they're in the play-in, or they miss the playoffs like by a couple of games or whatever. They hover right around that 30 to 35 win mark every year, and it's referred to kind of as basketball hell.
Yeah,
you don't suck enough to get really good draft picks, but you suck enough to not make the playoffs, and or not do anything in the playoffs. So I don't know how you get out of it. They've been trying to dig out of it for years, and
well, you spend a bunch of money, and you go and you sign, and you spend a shit ton of money to get 2 All-Stars.
Yeah. Well,
maybe 3.
Well, trading for Giannis would be a start. I don't know how you say no to that. I don't know what was offered. I don't know. There's got to be more to that story.
Has it come up at all on like Chicago sports radio or anything like that?
It's been talked about a little bit, not a ton, because there's no real detail behind it. Like there's no.
It's just a report.
There's no. Well, the Bucks offered Giannis and the Bulls, and they wanted A, B, C, and D, and the Bulls said no. They just basically said that, hey, there was a rumor that Giannis was talked about being traded to the Bulls, but the Bulls front office supposedly wasn't interested. So what that means, I don't know. I mean, you know how media is and how everything gets blown out of proportion. So who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it would have been cool to have Giannis, I guess. I mean, he's injured right now, so we wouldn't see him for a couple of months anyway. I think he's out for multiple weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's hurt right now. I think he's out for 4 weeks, I think, right now.
Okay. Yeah, and then there's the rumor that it's like the rumor that's been going around for like the last 4 or 5 years that Anthony Davis is going to get traded to the Bulls.
I don't want him.
I don't want him either because he's an injury liability.
Yeah,
and I think people say that because he's from Chicago. It's like, oh, they need to bring Anthony Davis home. Now, if somehow they were able to trade for Giannis and then fit Anthony Davis in, okay, then you might have something to build on at least. I don't know, but Davis gets hurt all the time, and he's another one of those guys who it can dominate any game he plays, but sometimes he just doesn't show up. So I don't know.
Anthony Davis is a $54 million player.
Wow. So that's if he played every single game. That's like a $600,000 a game player. 54 million. Wow.
That's what his contract is. I think that's his salary cap number or salary number for this year. But he hasn't played more than 51 games in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And 2 of those years, he played 9 games and 10 games. Wow. Well, 10 is this year, so that doesn't count. So, but even going out, so I'm looking at his career statistics. So he was playing between 56 and 75 games. So he's not played a full season worth. He's always been hurt. And then 2020-21, 36 games. The year after that, 40 games. The year after that, 56, then 76. Okay, things are turning down to 42, and then 9, then 51. So
yeah.
He's played 10 games so far this year.
Well, I think that's why all of the Dallas area was so pissed off when Doncic for Anthony Davis trade went down.
I mean, that was just stupid.
Yeah.
There has to be. I can't wait for the Netflix behind the scenes, the 50 Cent Diddy version of what happened.
What happened in the Dallas front office?
Right.
One night.
Because there's some shit there.
One night in Dallas or something like that. Yeah. Wow.
That, and then whatever the hell is going on with Chris Paul and the Clippers and why they rode him out of town.
Yeah. So
that's weird too.
He left, and there was a rumor that he was going to sign with the Lakers. But then I saw he signed with somebody else, and I don't remember who it was.
I don't even know where he went. And honestly, I don't care.
I don't care either, but
I love the drama.
Yeah. NBA is just weird sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I spent all that money for the league pass. Again, PSA, don't get the commercial-free version. It's not worth it. And ever since I got it, I've seen the Bulls win one game.
Yeah,
and they've lost them.
So they were what, 5-0?
They were 5-0 when I signed up.
And now they're what?
I'm going to put this on me. I'm going to call myself the dumbass of the week because it's my fault that the Bulls are bad. It's because I signed up for League Pass. First time ever that I've signed up for it.
And they're what, 9-14? Is that where they're at now?
No, they're 4-14.
Well, wait a minute. They started 5-0.
They started 5-0, and they're 4-14 since I signed up.
Yeah. Okay.
Now they're now they're 9-14.
They're 9-14.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh is right.
Yeah. Wow. That's bad.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well. Shit. I really thought the winter sports teams were going to give us something to be excited about. I mean, and the Bears have. I can't say they haven't been exciting. Even today, it was exciting. It was a great football game to watch. It was a lot of fun. But, man, I mean, the Blackhawks, hopefully it's just a 2-game, like I said, a 2-game bender that they went on in California. And they're young and they're exciting. And Bedard's like in the top 5 in the league in scoring, which is awesome. Hope he makes Team Canada for the Olympics. That'll be very cool if he does. But, the last 2 games, it's been a stinker, man. And now the Bulls, ever since you signed up for League Pass. So, yeah, I am going to put it on you.
I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll shoulder that blame.
At one point, they were one of 4 teams that were undefeated. 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they just have gone in the toilet ever since then. So it's kind of.
And I haven't even really been watching them. I just, for whatever reason, I still haven't gotten into the mode of like turning on the Bulls game. I've been traveling a lot and been busy, but
I've watched a few games.
It's not even my mindset.
Yeah, I've watched a few games, and it's just like, why am I watching this? Why?
Well, the ones I've watched, I've told us, I was like, I don't know what their identity is.
Right.
It's just like a bunch of players running around and then like chucking the ball up at the basketball.
Yeah, it's like watching junior high basketball.
Yeah.
And hoping they can hit more threes than the other team and beat teams 130 to 128, that kind of thing.
Is that the way the league is now? I mean, I don't know. It's not working. Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's 3-pointers and fast breaks. That's what basketball is these days. So, I mean, I think there are teams.
Well, they're not that good.
I think there are a few teams in the league that actually take more threes than they do twos, which is nuts.
That is, and they don't have like a star 3-point shooter either.
No, they don't. They have guys who can shoot it, but not guys that are known for shooting it. So.
Well, the good news is, don't worry about not making the shots. They'll make it up for in quantity.
Yeah, that's right.
It's still not good.
No, it's not good. It's not good. But it's what it is.
Yeah.
We got 3 more inches of snow. Was it yesterday?
Gross.
Yeah, I think we're in for the winter as far as snow on the ground. And this early, I know it's early December, but last few years we haven't had to worry about snow really till, for the most part, till January, which has been great. But this year, man, I mean, I've shoveled our driveway like 5 times so far, and it sucks. And I hate the snow. I'm at the point in my life where if I never saw another snowflake, I'd be fine. I'm so over it.
Move a little further south and not have to worry about it.
I think that's coming sometime soon. Hopefully, hopefully sooner rather than later.
I was in Minneapolis. Earlier this last week, and we went and played Topgolf. And
how was that?
It was single digits. It was cold. We were under the heat lamp, so it wasn't terrible. Like the heat lamps definitely helped.
But
there was a little bit of a wind coming through too, and so that didn't make it fun. But it was a small little group of us, and we had a good time with it. But it was definitely chilly. I started off strong and then faded.
Okay.
I did not dress appropriately for single digit wind. So I had just like a pullover, not pullover, like just a zip, Patagonia like fleece type thing, and that was pretty much it. And that was not enough.
Oh.
But it was fine. It was good. Like I said, it was, for a work trip, I went to play Topgolf. That was pretty much it.
There you go. That's good.
I did not get Portillo's. I did not have the opportunity because I was not staying near one.
Okay.
And so my last chance for Portillo's, I was not able to achieve.
Oh.
So I'll have to pick it up in either, I don't know, January, February, because for whatever reason, I pick like the cold places to go during the winter. So I'm sure I'll be making it. I know I'll be in Chicago in like March because there's a conference downtown that I'll be at. So that'll be an opportunity if I don't get out there sooner.
That's right. There's not a Portillo's in the Dallas area, is there?
There might be, but I'm at this conference all week, and it's like my days are like spoken for, basically since like from like 8 a.m. to like 10 p.m. every day. So yeah, it's like it's not a fun trip. And I'm at the Gaylord Texan Resort for people who are wondering, and there's just kids here, and it's like,
oh, that's annoying.
Get away from me.
What are kids doing there? In the middle
it's a resort.
Oh.
And so they have, all kinds of stuff to do. So there is a Portillo's in Grapevine. Oh, they close soon. Maybe I'll DoorDash some.
Hey, there you go.
At some point if I can get it out. But I'm only here till Thursday. So
I know they've branched out, so it's hard to know where Portillo's is these days.
They're in a lot more places than they were.
Yeah.
So like Dallas area, or Texas, I should say, Arizona,
I know they're in Florida,
Minneapolis.
Yeah, Southern California, I know has a few.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've kind of grown. I still think their product overall is pretty good. I don't think it's what it used to be, but I still think it's good. It's up there.
Yeah, you know what? It's Chicago comfort food.
It is.
Again, there's nothing like it in North Carolina. The closest thing is Cookout, which is trash compared to it. Is it high quality gourmet? Michelin rated stuff. No, but it's a good hot dog, good Italian beef, good burgers. It's just good stuff. And it's consistent. Every Portillo's that I go to outside of Illinois has been good.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah. And so I think that's part of the success as well, is for, people from the Chicago area who have grown up on it and then moved away. It is that little taste of home.
Yeah, for sure.
And it does taste like home, even if I'm eating it in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale or Orlando, wherever it was that I got it. It tastes like I would get in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't eat Portillo's as much as I used to. I went through a little stretch where I was still grabbing it probably once every 2 weeks or so, but I haven't had it lately. But I know, an all beef hot dog, Vienna beef. There's nothing better than that as far as hot dogs go. And then their Italian beef is what it is. And I still think they have the best burgers around, personally. So
yeah, they got good burgers.
They do.
And good fries, and good shake, and good chocolate cake. So my birthday's coming up, and I got to figure out how to get my chocolate cake. I got it last year. I was close enough where I was in Minneapolis, like, I get a free piece of cake. And I didn't get it this year, so we'll see. But whatever. Something to look forward to.
That's always
first world problems.
That's right. Well, cool, man.
All right, it is late for me here. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I know we talked. This was going to be a short one, but wanted to talk Bears Packers.
I wanted to talk Bears, and I wanted to get it because I know if I didn't get it done today, we wouldn't be talking until next week.
Yeah. 9-4. Hopefully, after next weekend they'll be 10-4, and then our spirits will be a little higher, and we'll get excited about the Bears Packers all over again.
Another game of the year coming up in 2 weeks.
That's right.
Really, you've got games of the year after the Browns, because you've got Packers, Lions, 49ers, or 49ers then Lions. And depending on where things are from a standing perspective, those are going to be very important games.
Yeah, I think you're playing for your playoff lives pretty much every week after that. So
yeah,
it'll be fun. Hey, you know what? It's just nice to be playing games that matter in December, because it's been a hell of a long time since they did that. So
I know. And again, I think I said it like last week after we beat the Eagles was, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, they're good.
That's right.
What am I supposed to do? Like, how do I celebrate this? How do I not, be a negative Nelly, going through this?
That's right. Just enjoy it.
I find it easier to manage expectations if they were low to begin with.
That's a great way to put it.
You don't expect much, and you're pleasantly surprised versus, of course, I wasn't expecting much. They were not supposed to be good.
That's right. I'd rather be.
But I'm on the nice edge of teetering right now, and I'm trying not to fall in.
I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than overly disappointed. So.
Oh, I'm with you, 100%.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, hey, have a great week in Dallas. Enjoy the conference.
I will. Another speaking thing, and then I'm done for the year. This is my last trip.
Nice.
So I'll be done.
I'm at my office tomorrow, so that's what I'll be doing.
All right. We'll have a good time with that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, dude. I will talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. See ya.
All right. See ya.